hours, 15 minutes. Here we go. Hey, how's it going? Excited? First time in New Mexico, what do you think? Oh, shake it out, girl. 640 something miles later from Dallas, Texas, all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Over the next few days, I will be putting my car in the shop. No, it's not broken, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just getting a little more power put into this vehicle. A dude by the name of Dustin, who's a big time overlander, hit me up like a few months ago and was like, dude, you should come to Albuquerque and you should bring the RiggedRunner and you should give us the truck so we could work on it. What we have planned for this vehicle over the next few days is gonna be really exciting and you guys will be stoked. Okay, now that I got you guys caught up, let's get into day number 2.
Hey man.
Hey, where do we throw this thing at?
I'll walk out there and meet you over there.
So this is the shop?
What was that?
This is the shop?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, good to see you, man. What's happening? Is this it? I'm really excited, if you can't tell. Okay, so this is the big moment where we take this Supercharger and put it into this RiggedRunner wagon. This is what we traveled 10 hours from Dallas to New Mexico for. This whole series is going to be based around this right here, exploring New Mexico, doing a little bit of fishing, but most importantly, seeing what happens when you drop a Magnuson Supercharger in a completely stock 2016 Toyota 4Runner. Basically, to give you guys a synopsis, a very brief, dulled down version of what this means. Putting a supercharger in a 4Runner makes it go faster. It pushes more air through the engine, and you get a pretty hefty increase in power. So we've got 2 GoPros right now, which are gonna roll on a time lapse. It's gonna give you guys a look-see as to how they're gonna remove everything from the vehicle that needs to be removed in order to install this big old hunk of metal right here. Some good weight reduction there. She's super light now. What step are you guys at in the Magnuson handbook of steps?
61.
Oh wow, it's doubled since I last checked. No, I'm good, thank you. Oh my God, I can't even see, I'm blind. It's bright out here. This New Mexican heat is, it's no joke. Let's let those guys do their thing. I don't want to bother them anymore. Let's now take a look at some of the vehicles that caught my eye when we first got here. This one right here. This is the beaut. So you guys saw my video on the Land Cruiser. I'm sure that was not the most exciting video ever, but take a look at this Land Cruiser, this FJ. And I thought my Land Cruiser was old. This thing is sexy. You guys see that little badge right there? Yeah, that definitely does not say Toyota. The guys here at the shop loaded this baby up with, I believe, is it a 2.1 liter Cummins, 2.0? I don't know much. Now, like the overseas Japan models, this is also a diesel Land Cruiser. Just, oh, this thing is just such a blast from the past. Anyway, this is the first one that caught my eye. The funny thing is when you compare the G-Wagon next to the Land Cruiser, it's pretty easy which one you'd want to choose. Of course, you'd want to go for the Land Cruiser. This is Walt's vehicle. Walt is the owner of this company. He's got a Tacoma. Doesn't look like a Tacoma. Of course, this company is called Tactical Application Vehicles, meaning everything they put on their car is meant for tactical purposes, technical purposes. So he's got this thing loaded with some jerry cans, shovel, propane, spare. I'm sure there's some stuff that I don't even know about, but fully loaded. And I love the paint job. It looks minty. That doesn't go back on?
That does not.
Does not go back on. All right, see you later, bud. You need to be able to see it all taken apart and then actually mechanically, like, because I mean, you don't.
How it's actually working.
Yeah. How many times do you take apart your car and be like, oh, that's how that works?
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah. All of this was just on the RiggedRunner, and it's no longer needed. Actually pretty dusty, damn, wow. Should call it the Dustmobile. Holy smokes, is that dusty. Okay, so I want to give you guys a quick example of some of the other stuff that tactical application vehicles does. Right behind me, I've got probably the beefiest Toyota Tundras I think I've ever seen. Look at that. It does not look like a Tundra. It looks like some sort of military grade off-roading rescuing vehicle. I don't know, but it is like out of this world. I'm pumped just to not only get this done to my vehicle, but also to check out and see what happens behind the scenes. And that's kind of what I was hoping to do for you guys, is to show you guys what goes on in a shop, you know, if you get a supercharger installed or if you get, you know, something done on your vehicle. And a lot of the stuff they do here at this shop too is meant for functionality. Of course, this looks good, but as Dustin was saying earlier, every new addition to the vehicles that they do serve a purpose. They don't do stuff so your truck can look bigger than the other guys in the Walmart parking lot. That's not the point. Like, if you're gonna do something to your car, make sure it serves a purpose. Whether it makes you happy, whether it gets you out of a bind or a sticky situation, if you're like stuck in the mud, or let's say you're like stuck on the side of the road, like stuff like that. That makes sense to me. Day number 2, we are back in the shop. And you might be able to tell that things look just a little bit different. So that giant gaping hole that you saw in front of my vehicle is now filled with this juicy, meaty Magnuson Supercharger. How many steps do you have left? Or do you have left?
See, we're on 257 right now.
The book's almost done.
296.
296 steps. Take everything that needs to be taken out and then everything that then needs to be put back in. That's a lot of freaking steps. Josh is almost there. I cannot believe this. I've been over there just editing. Here, I'll show you my little workshop. Well, I was working. Well, then I took a quick break to watch PewDiePie, but here, look it. I was working earlier. But the reason why I wanted to turn the camera on is because it's day number 2 and it is getting hot. I mean, look at this. That's amazing. It looks amazing. It's gonna feel amazing too. That's the real thing that I'm excited about. Mostly excited about getting behind that wheel and actually driving this thing once the supercharger is fully installed. So just like little rubber plugs.
It's these guys right here.
So this was stopping the whole mission right here, Jacob.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I got so nervous. Like, I was over there doing some editing stuff, and I look over and I'm like, why is the supercharger, why is it not on the V? What's going on? I came over here and they're like, all right, a little bit of a minor issue. The thing is, and the reason like why this is kind of like, not a biggish deal, but something to kind of be slightly worried about, is these superchargers have warranties, correct? And if you do anything to them, it voids the warranty. But the team, TAV team, had to remove these caps, which were in place through the shipping process when Magnuson got them. And if you screw with the supercharger, and if you unbolt anything, then that takes away the warranty. So Walt, void the warranty. Walt had to call Magnuson to get the okay to remove, what piece is that? Remove the intercooler inside of the supercharger, to remove these stupid little plastic caps that were keeping the antifreeze from flowing throughout the supercharger. Did I do good explaining that? Is that kind of... Yep. Okay. Yeah, so they gave us a thumbs up and they're like, cool with it, it's not gonna void the warranty. And here are these stupid little caps that almost destroyed the whole operation. That got really nerve-wracking.
When we build these trucks, they're usually carrying a lot of weight, or in a place like deep sand or snow, or a long grade pull that can really kind of max its potential out, its performance potential. And to keep from living at its maximum capacity all the time, we want to put this in here because we see very drastic altitude changes in the trips we take. So at higher altitudes, or in those more harsh environments like deep sand, long sand pulls on the beach and stuff, that you've got the extra horsepower and torque there that you need without just living at the maximum potential of that engine. So it really pulls nice and strong.
What I've kind of gained and learned over the past 2 days of just being in this shop, I feel like I've lived here, is that it's not only a place for people to bring their vehicles, make them more capable for their hobbies or lifestyle, but it's a classroom. Like, I've learned an absolute ton just watching this thing come in, talking to you now. Like, I've learned about like superchargers, wheels, tires, suspension, just like stuff that I had no idea before coming here. So you guys have successfully made someone very stubborn and now learn a little bit about this. This has been amazing. So anyway, to kind of round it all up, here is the Supercharger. It's getting so close. This is day 2 in case you guys forgot. I think I said it about 1,000 times. It is coming along insane, and these guys have been working so hard to put this in. And to reiterate, it's been fun just to watch it just all go down. What are you doing there? Do you know how to use that thing? Speaking of things that people don't know how to use, what are you doing with that?
Start the engine and let it idle.
Oh. Don't lay on the gas. And don't put it in drive or anything like that. Okay, that's easy. Easy instructions. So this is it. The moment of truth. Tune is done. Installation is done. 2 days done. I'm now going to turn the key to the RiggedRunner and see if it either explodes or if it runs. You ready? That sounded pretty good. Okay, let's take a look up front. So it sounds good. I don't know what I'm listening for, but it sounds good. Right now the TAV team is looking for any sort of inconsistencies, anything wrong, any sort of leaking, issues, problems, because it's not like you can just throw it in and then just drive off. Then you can open it up, get into some of the revs, and really put this Supercharger to the test. But it is so crazy to have seen this thing get stalled in basically like less than a day total. Basically took 2 days at the shop to get this thing completely finished. Okay, we're now going to take this thing for a spin. Brian, do you need some Vaseline? You're looking kind of dusty today.
I could probably use some.
Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how she drives. It sounds normal right now.
Yeah, you should hear it kind of wake up.
Did a lot of barking, not a whole lot of biting. In other words, yeah. Oh.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it now. That sounds different. Well, that was quite eye-opening. If you're wondering, is there a difference in this vehicle? The answer is yes. I didn't film this, of course, but we actually had a bit of a hood issue. These guys are honestly some serious MVPs. They've been. What time did you guys get here? Early, I'm guessing. It's almost 8 p.m. Yeah, but without the hood issue, it would have been clean cut, smooth sailing. But of course, that never ever happens. When is it ever?
Nothing is ever simple.
Nothing is
Doesn't
ever simple.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if the trucks, cars, fishing, boats. It's always a headache. But that's what makes it fun. It really does. Right now, I'm getting 10.1 miles to the gallon, and my economy button is just perpetually on. I think there's probably going to be some screwy computer things with this vehicle soon after. I think it should probably go away. But listen how quiet it is. I thought for sure it would be like a lot louder, a lot more obnoxious, but it's like very, very chilled. Anyway, shout out to the boys. Shout out to Team TAV. You're probably thinking to yourself, cool, John, you got a Supercharger. Big freaking whoop. This part concludes the installment of the blower, of the Supercharger. The next few videos, we're gonna be putting to the test, using it, and bringing the Rigmobile fishing. That should be fun. Anyway, it's getting late. It's like almost 10. I'm signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys enjoy videos like this, let me know. That'll do it for today. As always, folks, keep supercharging, never stop. Is it turning out okay?
Yeah. Oh, here you go. All good, guys.